And then for men, for example, our main goal is meaning and purpose. Guys, I am so excited to share with you a huge announcement that is incoming. I'm going to teach you a whole bunch of things in this podcast, so stay tuned. And I want to let you know that we have a new group coaching program that is coming out January 2023 and a monthly community subscription-based thing that is happening. I'm going to tell you guys all about it and all the details halfway through this podcast, but I want to let you know why. The first thing is I believe that you and I are here to really set the standard for other people. So anyone who is listening right now, you have a moral obligation, because if you listen to any of my podcast, look at any of my content, you know that we're out here to be inspiring leaders, to be the best version of ourselves so we can motivate everyone else around us to get up there and get it done. And I think one way of doing that is, and I love the sentence, setting the standard, because it puts you in a position where other people are going to look up to you. And I've been asked the question a lot recently in terms of my bodybuilding competitions, my relationships, my business, my personal development, my mindset. Corey, how do you have everything balanced at the moment? Like, surely there must be something that's going on. And we know you have down days and we know all of this stuff happens and we get super stressed out and yada, yada, yada. And it's not always in balance. And for me, I was talking to someone recently because they asked me this question and I said, I'm balanced as fuck. Like, everything is balanced. Everything is copacetic. Like, it's really good. My relationship's on point. My business is on point. My purpose is on point. My health and nutrition and fitness is all on point. And like my sleep is majority on point as well. So, and the impact, everything that I want to do is so on point, and it hasn't stopped. It's been so consistent for years now. And I just want to say it's a complete limiting belief to think that it can't. In terms of how we've been exposed to, I'd say, everything just in the world, and being on social media and, understanding what happens with people, anxiety, depression, and what we all suffer from, is when we really get clear on the elite of the elite people, it's like, okay, well, they have really strong mindsets. They have really strong purpose. And yes, everything is together and it can be so good and it can just keep getting better and better and better. And you can keep growing and growing and growing to your main stresses and your main problems is just not succeeding enough as what you want. Like, we get so powerful and so competent, I believe, through doing all of this work, that we have a moral obligation and responsibility to share it with everyone. And that is setting the standard. And I'm trying my absolute best and my hardest to do that and maintain that within my business and the people that are around me. And I can solemnly say I'm so proud that all of the people around me that I have influenced and have also influenced me back, we all lift each other up, especially all the people in the communities with the coaching programs and everything that we run at the moment. Everyone lifts everyone up, and it's inspiring and it's so motivating. And I want to share with you guys why and how we can actually do this. So in terms of some of the actual points, is we've noticed, and I'd say myself and my teammate George, I would say the main thing, and the coaches in currently the Overcome the Chaos program, which we've got, have noticed within people, one thing that majority of people are lacking is it's just clarity on your vision and direction. And we call that your purpose, and getting really, really clear on what your purpose is and visualizing it and what does it actually look like. Because for men in particular, there's two different ways of looking at things. So women, majority, and from what I've researched, look at everything in terms of love. How much love can I give here? How much love can I receive here? And is everybody getting enough love? Whether, for example, is my partner in her group coaching clients, everyone that she, and her one-on-one clients, she gives them so much love. How can we give love there? How are we going to get love back? When you guys, if everyone does like a social family outing event, it's like, oh, how can we give love to everybody, make sure everyone's having the best time? To my children, as a woman who has kids, how can I give the most amount of love to them and make sure everyone's getting enough love back? Like, that's the sole purpose. Majority for a large percentage of women, I presume. Obviously, there's difference depending on how masculine and feminine people are. And then for men, for example, our main goal is meaning and purpose. And what is my goal? We consistently ask ourselves the question, is what I'm doing right now contributing to my ultimate goal? Wait, what is my goal? That's the question that we're always asking. Is our goal right? The one that we most want to achieve? And is what we're doing right now contributing to that goal? And if we're not, immediately we suffer from anxiety, depression, we feel lost, we're not sure what we're doing is anything. We get distracted from the temptress and we just run into porns, drugs, alcohol, video games, overworking, not being able to receive, like people just, if someone gives you a compliment and you're like, oh, ew, yuck, can't receive that. Or someone buys you a gift and you're like, oh no, this is uncomfortable. That's probably because you're suffering from some sort of temptation of overworking or success, and you're actually addicted to that outcome, or addicted to, feeling productive for most men, or just pure laziness. It goes in, there's so many different extremes and polar ends of those different things. But yeah, essentially that's what we're asking all the time. What is my goal and what am I doing to achieve it? And if we're not aligned with those two things, then energy goes out somewhere else, and it goes somewhere where we don't want it. We're not in control with it. And it can either go, you obviously mentioned girls, drugs, alcohol, sex, porns, anywhere in those different areas, which lowers our potential and makes us feel depressed. And then all our energy goes down, and we start making worse decisions for ourselves. And then we get possessed by self-doubt, and we also get, I would say, we drag other people down unconsciously and we don't even realize it. And it's really hard for us to get over that hump without summoning our purpose and our potential. And we just think, like a majority of men that I work with, just go, let's just do. And it's something else, and it's something not important. And we get overtaken by this warrior mode of, oh, do this. And it's nothing what we really want to do. And then we look back and we go, damn it, I missed out on everything. And I was unconscious, and I like the terminology, I was possessed at that time, not by me, by something else. Damn. And I strongly believe in terms of men's potential and women's potential, everyone's potential, is if we can get really, really clear on our goals, and we get really, really clear on what our goal is and what we need to do to get there and what it actually looks like, and not rush it, because immediate gratification is a huge thing, then we get it done. And we feel really, really good and passionate and motivated about that. And that is when you look at someone, you understand, look, their physical health and their mental health is aligned. They love themselves and they accept themselves for who they truly, truly are. And they don't need validation from anyone else. They completely understand how to deal with their own stress, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And they understand the techniques to move forward with that. They can be present. They can be calm. They understand what to do. They also understand that the relationships around them are the most important. It's not what you know, it's not who you know, but who knows you and who likes you. And understanding that developing and maintaining relationships is a skill. Everyone knows that the people that you're most surrounded by makes up who you are. And then I believe that people don't pay much attention to this. They're sort of, wait for someone else to come out into their life. It's like, no, seek those relationships, guys. And I truly and strongly believe that majority of all strong men can hold and lock down a relationship, like an intimate relationship. And all men that I speak to, once they've broken down, and we've broken down what they really want, is we're the romantic ones. We want love. We want intimacy, which makes it so much harder for us to commit. And actually why men do stupid things in relationships and self-sabotage and unconsciously ruin the relationship, because they're just scared of feeling. But we're the love bugs. We're the one that want that intimacy. And and it makes a lot of sense, because it's like, well, that's part of our journey. Understand that, if you can lock down and your main journey as a man begins, one of your main journeys as a man begins when you can maintain the relationship. It's not getting the girl, it's keeping them, which is really tough and causes you to do a lot of personal development and reflection on yourself, so that you're competent, strong enough, have the confidence, and you believe in yourself and you trust in your own integrity and capabilities as a human to have complete, what is the word? Adamancy. That's what, being completely adamant with who you are and your strengths and your worth, so that regardless of whatever happens in your relationship, you are completely locked down in terms of who you are. And regardless of if you guys last forever, if you guys last a year or 5 years, you're completely cool with all of it. It's like, cool, if I get my heart broken, so what? I'll deal with that when it happens, so I can commit 100% of the way. When you understand relationships is a great personal development tool for you, it makes it easier for you to ask yourself the question, what is the finance I need most now to live my most desired life? What is it? Because your most desired life, the best version of yourself, could be different than what you're currently thinking now. For some people that I work with, it's actually less money than what they have as to attach to it to live their most desired life. But for a majority of other people, it's probably a little bit more, because money is a real great tool and you can do really good things with it. And if you think about you at your maximum potential, was like, what does that cost? What is that worth? And if you're not living it and it's not coming in, it's like, well, you need to start doing something about it, or at least planning out something. Then what's the hierarchy you're climbing? What hierarchy do you most want to climb in order to live your ultimate goal? And then what's the impact that you want to have? And understanding whatever that is. People have all of these things in order, and you can have those in order. And when you do, that's when you are setting the standard. That's when you're being an inspiring leader. That's when you have the capacity and growth within your family, within your employees or future employees, with all your friends and people around you, that you can be so proud of yourself. That's like, yes, I've got this in order. I've done it. I understand all of these things. I'm clear on my purpose. I've got everything in place, my priorities in check. And you can have all the money in the world. And like I said, one of my first clients was a 21-year-old multimillionaire who had a heart attack at 19. And I was like, well, do you want that? Do you want to work that hard and be in that position? Majority of people are like, hell no, my health is like more important than those. So asking yourself the question, can you have everything in order? Yes. Do you want to do that? Yes, absolutely. And if everything is not in order, then this is what I'd like to talk about. This is the program and the announcement of, we are, myself and George and the people, the coaches in our community and program are so committed to help people move through and really, really achieve this. That is the goal. We want to inspire other people to do it. One other thing which I think is really important is that what we've found out is all the guys that we work with and all the men that come into the program is they actually, once they finish, I'd say it's 85% of men want to create content online, right? They want to create content to share this message. Expression equals liberation. And I did a podcast on this. You can have a look in terms of how to actually post content on social media. And I just talked about why you should and get over the mindset of, oh, I can't post on social media. You can listen to that podcast. But we teach this directly more in our groups because we understand 85% of people, and we've had like 140 people like all up in our communities, 140, 150, it's like 80% of them all want to be posting content and sharing their expression, whether it's for their business, whether it's for themselves, so that people can see them at the best version of themselves because they want to inspire other people, either through their business, through their project, through their mindset, or through themselves. And it's so invigorating, especially when a man, because I believe not a lot of us are consumers. We're just consuming all the time, not creating. Get to a point where we're like, this is my mission, these are my goals, now I'm aligned, I want to create content about it, I want to share it with everyone, and the quickest way to do that is create content. And obviously if you've landed on here, you've probably either seen one of my YouTube videos, you've looked at my Instagram, or you've clicked on a story, or someone sent you this, and you can see all of the content that we, definitely say we here, that I and George create for everyone in terms of value, emails, YouTube, podcast, ads, everything. Like we go nuts in terms of figuring this out because we're so passionate about this mission and we want everyone to get up because we can all win together. God damn it. I get so motivated and passionate speaking about this. So what we have actually done is we have created a brand new offer and we've restructured our entire program. We've instructed everything. And essentially, there's limitless potential in this community. Our community, I believe, is the best. We make jokes about it all the time. It's the only place you can go, put your phone number in and say, this is something I want to talk about. Someone will call you in 5-10 minutes and be like, bro, tell me everything. Let's keep each other accountable. Let's catch up. Let's talk. Let's make sure that we're achieving these things. And everything is just so high and uplifting and no judgment. There's just absolute kings everywhere. It's great. Sorry, ladies. No part for you guys in this right now, but if you want to get motivated and jacked up about this, absolutely. And it's also what we're doing with our communities and programs. There's going to be more access to everything than we have ever had before. More access to anything that we have ever had before. Boom, all on. So essentially what we're doing is we have created our Modern Leaders Academy. And this is a monthly subscription. And if you're in 2023, we're doing an early bird offer. So everyone listening to this, you get an early bird offer, which is super exciting. So for the months of November and December, in January, you can start your subscription at $330 a month. AUD. And essentially what is in that community is, I'm actually just going to get it on my computer here so I don't like ruin everything here. But essentially we catch up every single month for a group live, like a live group call, which is super exciting. There's access to all the trainings, events, and masterclasses within the actual community, which is insane. So you get access to all of those things. The forum that we have is crazy. I don't have the words for it right now, but you get complete access to everything in the forum right now. We have community live presentations. So people actually come into the community and do live presentations, just a sneaky. We've probably got James Newbury is coming in at some point, like, because obviously my network is great. We've got some like world champions and people who close to best in the world at some things. So we've got some pretty crazy people coming in there, TJ Handine and a few other amazing people. But we also have people who are in the community who are just part of it. Go, I want to share something. I've learned this stuff. This is crazy. Come in and do presentations. There's access to course archives and a whole bunch of different things. And you get first access to, priorities, offers, discounts, private coaching, like all those things, which is super amazing. And then we also have, what we're actually teaching is everything that I went through before. Physical and mental health. We're going through stress management. We're going through how to find your purpose and absolutely crush it. We're going through content management, leadership, how to find love within inside yourself, physical health, fitness, everything, like everything is in there. So it's that's going to be absolutely insane. We're just going to unlock that to everyone. And if you join in November and December, we're offering a little sneaky. You get access to everything. So you can come in and have a look at all our trainings and everything and be a part of the community. Whoa. The second thing that we are doing is, guys, Overcome the Chaos is dying. Super sad by the end of December. And essentially what we're doing is we're murdering it, dying. Overcome Chaos is dying, and we're giving birth to Set the Standard, because we believe that is so much more aligned with our ethos at the moment. And essentially it is our Overcome the Chaos program completely revamped, because this is what happens. People come in to Overcome the Chaos, and we'll call it Set the Standard now. So let's say they come in to Set the Standard and they get so clear on exactly what they need to do, their vision, their mission, their goals. They get so clear, but they don't understand what that is and how it looks like, but they've got the mindset, they've got the tools, they know how they need to show up as best as possible. They have the support, and they also have, because they've done some deep learning and they've got some new articulation for what they need to have, and we actually help people take action on things, is it's so solidified in them. There's 1 week, it's like an 8-week program, and somewhere within the weeks, someone gets something, whenever the week, there's week 1 or to week 8, somewhere in there, one of the weeks hit people and they go, holy, like, this is it. I've been holding myself back and I haven't even seen it before. And it's crazy. And as I mentioned, people who finish, now called Set the Standard, is they go, well, I want to start sharing this. So creating content is going to serve my business. It's going to serve me and help me, completely serve myself. It's going to help me express myself and liberate myself as well. Because we have like a lot of musicians who come into the group. We have a lot of people in construction, musicians, e-com business owners. We have a lot of people who are just trying to figure out what they're doing. We have like quite a few multimillionaires who run like big businesses come in because they're just like, cool, help us refine our purpose and get clear on that. And people are just coming in and learning all these things. When they get to the end, they go, I want to share this. And it makes so much sense. So this is one of the reasons that we also created Modern Leaders Academy. We wanted to help people understand all of these things on a less intensive offer with Set the Standard, and people who jump into Modern Leaders Academy do get a discount on Set the Standard. But for people who come into Modern Leaders, we really wanted to, give people the tools and the trainings and the events and the masterclasses and everything that we have, and also teach them how to do all of the content for people who want to do Set the Standard. It's like, cool, now you've got somewhere to go now. We'll teach you how to do everything that we do. And then in Set the Standard, when people come in, they go, cool, maybe I just want to learn the tools, get a gist of, purpose and the deep work, and work on myself, my health, my wealth, my mindset, all of those things. I want to network with some absolute champions and hold myself accountable. I want to learn the discipline. I want to learn integrity. I want to understand some of the deep philosophy that you guys are sharing and learning. But I really want to learn and getting clear on some of the tools for my business or my social media, whatever it is. Then they come in and learn the tools, and they'll go, wait, well, now I've learned this stuff and I've learned the tools. Let's go Set the Standard. I need to figure out that one damn thing that I can figure out. So, and Set the Standard is at a price where you can jump on Overcome the Chaos, and so we're revamping. So you can jump on Overcome the Chaos now if you want it cheaper, and that's at $3,600. And Set the Standard as of January is going to be on to $4K. So completely up to you guys. But we will do a sneaky if you DM and email us, or DM and talk to us, and you want to jump on and lock your spot for Set the Standard, and you want to be a part of the revamp, then we're happy to take a deposit and start you in January as well, which would be really cool. But yeah, that's essentially what we're doing. We believe in our mission and our purpose so strong, and we're having crazy results. If any of you guys are like sitting on the edge of the fence or anything, you go to our Instagram page, Overcome the Chaos, which will be changed to Set the Standard really soon. And Yeah, it's crazy. The results in there is absolutely nuts. Like, I mean, everything just speaks for itself. And that's why we talk about this and we believe in it so intensely, and we're so motivated and passionate for what we're doing. So our community and our tribe is insane. We have people messaging us all the time. This is the tribe that I've been looking for. So if you're a man and you do not believe in the status quo, and you know that you have got way more potential, and you know that your purpose is something really clear and really strong, and you want to set the standard for everyone around you and be held accountable to that, how much discipline can you have? How integral can you be? How much of a good partner can you be to someone? How much inspiration can you put on everyone else? And how strong and adamant and dominant can you be with your own life and your life force? Like, this is the place to be. This is where men coming in and absolutely leveling up. And, you know, we want to run with it and sprint with it so much because in Australia, we believe that, I personally believe there's just like a lot of band-aids put on everything. Like, oh, we should be more empathetic for men, and we should real, you know, help men overcome these things and, you know, have some sympathy for them. And I sort of think like, screw that, man. Like, we are dominant, adamant, abundant beings, and we can go out there and absolutely dominate ourselves, command ourselves, because he who cannot command himself must obey. Learn to really strongly and critically command ourselves and summon our power and just be powerful and be confident in that. And whether we share it or express it, we don't have to, or we can if we like, if we're passionate about it. But I believe having those tools and doing those things is where you want to be, and being around other men, being exposed in that energy with other guys that are leveling up consistently it's almost addictive. But it's also, if you're around that energy, it's going to rub off on you. So if you're a little bit nervous and you're a little bit scared too, and you're like, oh man, like this sounds so crazy, but holy, it's like you just get in there and see what it's like when you're all in. So yeah, there's the early bird prices. We've got some crazy little things coming up. That's what we're doing. I wanted to update you guys and everything because we think it's fantastic. And if you want in and you want to be a part of it and you want to start leveling up, get a taste, then like, what are you waiting for? Jump in right now, do the Modern Leaders Academy for $330 a month, because you'll be locked into that forever. As in January, the prices change. So I'm super excited. If you're excited and you're like, you're strong enough and crazy enough to jump on board, then I'm crazy enough to have you on board, and I'm super motivated and super excited. So we have plenty of links below that you can come in and get, or you can DM myself, and yeah, we'll push you along from there. Jump in, welcome into the group. We're doing a big shift over now. We used to have 2 forums, and we're all putting them into 1. So that is super excited. So any of my Modern Leaders guys, or everyone who's in Overcome the Chaos, there's a little announcement for you guys too. Get excited, because it's going to be amazing. The space is crazy, and you guys are going to be leaders in this space. So I hope you guys can lead from the front as well. So big love, everyone. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.